Hello everyone, welcome to our online information session. My name is Heather Liston and I'm the Program Director for our Certificate Program in Accounting. I'm also the Program Director for our other finance-related programs. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Accounting Certificate and how it can benefit you, whether you're planning to pursue the CPA license and an accounting career, or you want to understand accounting concepts and techniques to better perform in any general business setting. We'll begin by talking about the need for business professionals who understand accounting practices and how our classes will prepare you to advance in the field. You'll also learn the key components of our accounting certificate, including the courses you'll take, how to receive your certificate, and how to begin. If you have any questions during this presentation, please go ahead and send them in. We'll do our best to answer them as we go through the presentation, and we'll also answer as many as we can at the end. So let's get started. In case you're just beginning to investigate the field, let's start with what accounting is. At a high level, accountants record and communicate the economic events of an organization to interested users. This means that accountants strive to produce reliable financial information so that users, like investors, creditors, and managers, can make informed decisions. You should know that accountants serve all forms of organizations around the world, including for-profit businesses, governments, and nonprofit organizations. Some professionals work in public accounting, where they're engaged by individuals and businesses for auditing, tax, and consulting. You may have heard of public accounting firms like Deloitte, EY, or PwC, which have offices all around the globe. Other professionals work in industry and take internal roles, such as tax specialist, controller, or chief financial officer at a private business. These are just the common categories of accounting work, but there are lots of other opportunities. Many accountants have a specialty, such as risk management, internal auditing, or stock valuation. Some also specialize in particular industries, like healthcare, financial services, or technology startups. One of the reasons our accounting certificate program is so popular, besides our wonderful instructors, is that the demand in the marketplace for accountants is very high. Many accounting positions are becoming harder and harder for businesses to fill, which continues to increase the salary for well-qualified accounting professionals. On top of the strong general job market right now, the Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that there will be a 10% growth rate in accounting positions through 2026. A few reasons for the continued demand and employment growth for accountants are increasing globalization, a growing economy, and our complex tax and regulatory environments. Specific to our location in the Bay Area, we have a number of startups and tech companies that increasingly hire knowledgeable, accounting-trained professionals at high salaries. A couple of other pieces of good news you should be aware of if you're considering the accounting field. First, the majority of the hiring demand is for entry-level positions, so if you're interested in changing careers into this field, there are plenty of opportunities. Second, accounting is one of the fastest professions in which highly skilled professionals can advance to senior positions. If you're already working in the field and you want to refine your skills in order to advance, having the accounting certificate with the UC Berkeley brand will show your commitment to your current or future employers. Credentials increasingly matter in the marketplace, and completing the certificate puts you at a competitive advantage. If you're interested in learning more about accounting and how it affects your work, these classes and the certificate will give you the hands-on practical knowledge that you need. The skills you'll learn in our accounting courses are highly transferable, and they're in constant demand across all industries. Why? Because accounting is a core function in any business. Having some experience at accounting can be a great asset in finding a different career opportunity or growing in your current position, and it looks great on your resume. For example, if you're currently working as a business analyst, you know you need to synthesize data from multiple sources to help your organization see how various projects or initiatives work together. When you understand accounting, you'll see how company data such as profits and losses or debt retirement or taxes are key metrics to use in your analysis. If you're an entrepreneur or you want to start your own business, you'll need to have a strong grasp of what your financials look like. For example, You'll need to be able to evaluate your current assets to determine how much risk you can afford and how long you can go without making a profit. After your company is up and running, you'll need general accounting principles to make sure your business is running at an optimal level. As a business manager, you're overseeing the day-to-day operations of one or maybe even several departments in an organization. You're responsible for preparing reports for senior leadership, and that probably includes a report on your budget and on how your teams are progressing toward meeting their financial goals. Or you may be working as a software developer, which is also a highly in-demand position. That means it's also highly competitive. By taking accounting classes, you'll add to your skill set the know-how to create and maintain software that meets the needs of accountants and other financial professionals. You'll also be learning principles of budgeting, cost tracking, inventory management, pricing and costing, and other skills that are useful in the development of any software. So, how can UC Berkeley Extension help you achieve your career goals and become more competitive in this growing field? UC Berkeley Extension is the continuing education division of UC Berkeley, which is the flagship campus of the University of California. Since 1891, we've been assisting students in reaching their professional goals and accomplishments. We offer more than 65 professional certificates and specialized programs, and more than 2,000 classroom and online courses, with 45,000 enrollments each year. We pride ourselves on academic excellence. All of our courses and instructors are approved by the appropriate campus department. In particular, this certificate program is fully supported by the UC Berkeley Haas School of Business. Our certificates require academic advisory boards, which comprise campus faculty and industry leaders. They review the curriculum to ensure that it's up to date and in touch with emerging trends and hot topics. Our instructors, many of whom work in the field, also bring their real-world experience to the classroom. So when you enroll in a UC Berkeley Extension course, you are guaranteed a real-world, professional, Berkeley-quality education. So, let's focus on the certificate itself. With the certificate program in accounting, you'll learn the key concepts, tools, and techniques required to be an effective accountant or to boost your knowledge of accounting in your current work setting. The knowledge you learn can also be applied to the 4 areas of the CPA exam if that's a route you want to take. The curriculum combines lectures, online discussions, group activities, and course projects to help you master these concepts and apply them to projects relevant to your workplace. Let's take a look at the courses you will take to complete the certificate. To complete the entire certificate, you'll take 6 required courses and 2 elective courses. This allows you both to master the core skills and the target areas that you want to specialize in. In total, you'll receive 24 semester units of classwork and 360 hours of hands-on practical instruction. You might be wondering, how much time will I be devoting to my studies? As a general guideline, for every hour spent in the classroom, expect to spend about 2 hours outside of class studying. For example, if you're in a class that meets once a week for 3 hours, count on spending up to 6 hours outside of class time reading, preparing assignments, and working on projects. In total, that will be about 9 hours for both class and studying time. Most students complete the certificate in 2 years, but you have up to 5 years to complete all the courses once you've registered for the certificate. Here is the list of the 6 required courses. Students begin the certificate with Introduction to Financial Accounting, which we offer both in the classroom and online. In Introduction to Financial Accounting, you'll gain an understanding of financial accounting concepts and how to interpret, analyze, and communicate that information. Financial accounting focuses on providing information to outside users, such as investors and creditors. Introduction to Managerial Accounting teaches you how to provide information for decision-making to internal users. As an example, let's say your company operates a successful restaurant and is considering opening a second location across town. What do you need to evaluate to determine whether this is a profitable decision? This class is also offered in both the classroom and online. In Intermediate Accounting 1 and 2, you'll dive further into the financial statements and focus on more complex concepts regarding assets, liabilities, and shareholders' equity. This will expand what you learned in 102A, Introduction to Financial Accounting. In Accounting Ethics, you'll review professional codes of conduct from bodies governing the profession, and you'll discuss their applications. Then, in Advanced Accounting, you'll get a comprehensive understanding of consolidated financial statements and how to prepare them. You'll focus on the accounting principles, methods, and techniques that relate to particular types of entities, including corporations, partnerships, government agencies, estates and trusts, and nonprofit organizations. We also provide a wide range of elective courses to help you grow professionally in a way that works for you. Electives give you the opportunity to customize your learning by taking those courses that are most relevant to you and your career. Here's the list of electives that we offer. Again, you'll need to complete 6 semester units, which, as you can see, is usually 2 classes, depending on which ones you choose. Auditing and tax are especially popular topics. I also want to emphasize that extension courses are not independent correspondence courses that you complete on your own. These are well-developed online courses, and we have engaged some of the best faculty in the country to teach you. You'll learn from our accounting instructors who bring years of real-world experience to the classroom. Each instructor is approved by UC Berkeley's Haas School of Business, and each one is deeply invested in your success. Here are 2 select profiles of our roster of outstanding instructors. Dr. James Webb currently serves as the Executive Director of the Center for Financial Reporting and Management, CFRM, at UC Berkeley's Haas School of Business, where he directs the accounting program. Dr. Webb's background makes him ideally suited to guide accounting students toward their professional goals. He began his career in public accounting at KPMG before moving into a senior executive accounting role in industry. Following a love for education, he returned to earn a PhD in higher education administration from the University of Michigan, and he's been teaching full-time for 10 years. Another stellar instructor is Suzanne Garrett, who's an Extension honored instructor. Suzanne has more than 20 years of teaching and training experience as a professor at various universities in the United States and Japan, teaching project management, math, and accounting courses at both the undergraduate and graduate levels. She has held the rank of full professor of business administration, and she's also been an associate dean and chair of the undergraduate programs at John F. Kennedy University. She has also been president of Strategic Organizational Solutions, Inc., specializing in project management, consulting, and training. We offer courses both in the classroom and online. If you take a classroom-based course, you'll be learning at either our downtown Berkeley location or our South of Market San Francisco campus. Both are a short walk from nearby BART stations. If you want to take your courses remotely, we have online courses starting nearly every month. Our online courses have well-developed curriculum and active faculty support to strengthen your learning. You'll get instructional videos, online discussions, and collaboration from students all over the world. Your learning materials will be accessible 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your instructor will provide feedback and grading as you progress through the class and will be available via email and phone to guide you through the course. Earning the certificate is a simple 3-step process. First, you register for the certificate. We recommend that you do this before starting your second course. It's fine to try the Introduction to Financial Accounting course without making a commitment. That way you can see how you like it and then decide whether to continue. Next, you complete all of the required courses with a grade of C or better within the 5-year time period. One big benefit is that you pay as you go. You don't have to pay for the entire certificate at once. You pay for each course one at a time. Prices vary based on the course, but in total, the cost is approximately $9,400. If you compare this to other institutions in the marketplace, you'll find that this is an extremely competitive price. Finally, Once you've completed all of your courses, you'll receive your certificate. You might be wondering, what do your graduates go on to do? We're always very proud of our students' success. Many of our instructors share stories of former students who have landed wonderful positions or who have advanced in their business careers. Here are a couple of our recent graduates and their current positions. Sterling Ty originally worked in IT before career changing into accounting. He completed our certificate with distinction, and he credits our coursework with helping him prepare and successfully pass the CPA exam. In his current position, he works directly for the CFO, doing annual planning for the company's budget cycle and forecasting financial numbers throughout the year. Christopher Hubbard is also a career changer, and he's currently working as a staff accountant at Devereaux, Cooner & Company, which is a tax accounting firm in San Francisco. He says of his classmates, some were preparing to sit for the CPA exam, some were making a career change, and some were involved in small businesses and were looking to sharpen their bookkeeping skills. Today, Christopher's work responsibilities include tax preparation for individuals, partnerships, corporations, trusts, and estates. He also does financial statement compilations and reviews and helps clients resolve matters with the IRS and various state tax agencies. You can read about our graduates on our Voices blog on the website. So, how do you get started? If you're new to Extension, you'll need to create a free student account through our website. You'll use this account to enroll and pay for your courses, schedule your exams, find out about your grades, and track your progress through the program. Then, enroll in your first course, which will be Introduction to Financial Accounting. This course is offered both in the classroom and online with several sections available, so you can begin almost immediately no matter the time of year. I suggest that you visit the course page and find a section that fits your schedule. I also suggest filling out our newsletter sign-up form. You'll receive monthly emails about upcoming courses and new blog posts. The Berkeley Extension Accounting Certificate is open access regarding enrollment, and it includes undergraduates, graduate students, and seasoned professionals. The diverse student population creates a very interesting and collaborative classroom. A big advantage of taking our certificate is that all of the courses help prepare you to take the CPA exam. Our courses align with the 4 areas of the exam, so you'll have a better understanding of those 4 areas before you take the exam. Thank you for submitting your questions, many of which we've been able to answer during the presentation. Here are a few more that have come in. Can I transfer in credit from another college or university? Yes, but you will need to complete the approval process for the course. We will need a copy of your official transcript and a detailed syllabus of the work you wish to have recognized. We will look to make sure the content is comparable and represents a similar number of instructional hours. If you need more information, contact us. I'll display our contact information on the final slide of this presentation. Here's another question that's come in. Are UC Berkeley Extension units transferable? Generally speaking, yes. Usually the Introduction to Financial Accounting and Introduction to Managerial Accounting are accepted at most undergraduate business programs. However, the institution you wish to transfer your UC work into has to make that determination itself. Check with your institution's Department of the Registrar. We have time for a few more. Here's one. Can I take the courses in any order? You should begin by taking Introduction to Financial Accounting and then Introduction to Managerial Accounting. But after that, there's significant latitude in course selection. Another one. When do I find out about and enroll in future courses? The answer is we publish courses approximately 2 months before they're offered. You can see them on the certificate's webpage. All of the required courses are taught frequently online and in the classroom to avoid having students wait a long time before proceeding to their next course. Again, I recommend signing up for our monthly newsletter, which will tell you about courses coming up. Should I get a bachelor's or a master's degree instead? And does the Berkeley certificate really carry any weight with hiring managers? We get this question a lot. Recruiters from the top public accounting firms are looking for credentials and skills. They also want you to have 150 units, so you'll be qualified to take the CPA exam. It's usually important that you have a bachelor's degree in something, but if you've already got a degree, the accounting certificate on top of that makes you competitive. And there are many accounting positions in private industry that do not require or look for any specific academic credentials. They just want you to be competent, and we can definitely help you demonstrate that. Well, that's all the time we have to take your questions. But if you have any additional questions I was not able to answer, here's my contact information. I would love to hear from you and discuss how this certificate or individual courses can help you become a qualified and knowledgeable accountant or add to your current non-accounting skill set. Thank you again for taking the time to learn about our certificate and course offerings in accounting. I look forward to seeing you in one of our classrooms or online.